Hello everybody and welcome back yet again to another daily update video. My name is CryptoStash and I hope you're having an amazing week. Currently it is Tuesday and the markets are having some volatility, and let's get right into the charts for Bitcoin. As you can see, after this rejection from the second weekly pivot resistance, which is also the yearly pivot resistance, as you can see right here. But right now I'm gonna turn them off for now and let's focus on the weekly ones. So for now, as you can see, Bitcoin perfectly dropped to that weekly pivot, and right now it is finding a very strong support right here, and price did get some major volatility right here. As you can see, we made some kind, as you can see, pump and dump during the New York open session, and also after touching the weekly pivot again, Bitcoin is right now bouncing again. The same goes for Ethereum. Basically, you can see we pumped all the way from 2960 to almost 3100, but then again we dropped down. We lost this pump, and right now the price is currently pushing right now higher, as you can see. So some major volatility going on in the markets right now. As you can see, in this move right here, a lot of short and long positions got liquidated, since it is a move that has gone both ways, as you know, to take out liquidity first on top and then at the bottom. And right now markets are looking kind of stable. In my opinion, the momentum for it is still to the upside. As you can see, we're pushing through that Fibonacci golden pocket right here, trying to break above it, and if we manage to break above it, my target would be 3500, basically the next Fibonacci level. Right here you can see the weekly has potentially still room to the upside. As you can see, we're right now 4 weeks in a row only to the upside, basically. So still the momentum is very bullish also for Bitcoin. In my opinion, this is just a slight correction to the downside. We might not go back all the way down to retest the previous range, basically. Let me do it like this. If we measure it from here until here, the previous value area high of the range that we broke out, and just ignore the bigger one, is actually sitting at 109, almost, yeah, let's make it 110k. So if Bitcoin breaks below this weekly pivot, then the next big support will be that range that we have broken out of, which currently sits at 110k for Bitcoin. So right now, as I said in my previous video, I'm expecting here some kind of a pullback like the one we got right now, or some kind of consolidation, again the same one that we got here, since, as you know, after a pump like this, Bitcoin likes to consolidate first before making a next move. So right now, after this pump, I'm expecting some kind of, after the volatility gets tired, some kind of a boring price action like we got potentially right here, as you know, since right now the RSI is very overbought, but right now it's getting cooled off, potentially setting up for another move to the upside. Now let's look at some altcoins. Sui is very strong right now. Basically, Sui has not lost that first pivot resistance, basically skipping it at as support right now, and the momentum for Sui is also very high. We're basically almost at $4 for Sui. We're like 0.20 cents away from $4. We, as you can see right here, we got that pivot resistance hit basically for Sui. Hype also rejecting from that first weekly pivot resistance, and basically a little bit front running that weekly pivot. But right now price is consolidating and potentially gearing up for another move to the upside, in my opinion, since RSI was overbought and right now it is getting cooled off. Also a very strong bearish divergence that has happened here for Hype, as you can see. So this is the reason that we are getting that correction, also because Bitcoin was dumping. And right now for the stock markets, the Nasdaq and the S&P 500 right now, the S&P 500 is having a small correction. Potentially we're going to hit that weekly pivot, and then I'm expecting some kind of a bounce higher, potentially make newer all-time highs for the stock market. And basically, even if the stock market range is right here, I'm expecting Bitcoin to still potentially get a move to the upside if this weekly pivot holds. If it doesn't, then as I said, the next target will be 110, or the first weekly pivot support if we lose that weekly pivot basically. And right now the Bitcoin dominance is finding support at that first weekly pivot support right here, but I'm expecting that we can slice right through this support and basically go down to the last one, and as you know, potentially get down to this bottom, which is almost 61.8% for the Bitcoin dominance. And once the Bitcoin dominance reaches down here, then I'm expecting Ethereum would be at least 3,500. So this will be my outlook. And right now, if we look at some other charts, we can see CVD has been going down, but open interest has been going up. So this means we've got some still high open interest overall. As you can see, it is rising, but we do have some shorts opening up here and basically taking out liquidity. Some of the bulls got wrecked at these lows, which is completely normal. The price can't go up forever, no matter how bullish we are. But if we look at the liquidation heat map, Bitcoin took out most of this liquidity right here. It still has some to almost 113. And if we look at 113, that will take us exactly to that first weekly pivot support, basically. So I would not be surprised if price moves to down there to take out this liquidity. Also, as I said, we did have some shorts opening up. As you can see for today, we do have more sell pressure in the market. More short positions are open right now, leverage shorts on the major exchanges, as you can see right here. And also fear and greed index still sitting at 70. Basically we're still in that greed zone, so potentially we can move higher to that extreme greed once the price of Bitcoin recovers. And then once we get to that extreme greed zone, then we can look for a potential bigger retracement or bigger correction to the downside. But as of right now, as I said, everything is looking still fine. Bitcoin is well above 110k, still very high price for Bitcoin, so I will not be very scared for price to test lower. And also we did get another green day for the ETF inflows. Basically almost 300 million were bought today for the Bitcoin ETF, which is also very bullish and keeping the price above 100k. In my opinion, the push from institutions, the big money that's coming from institutions in Bitcoin, is keeping the price well above 100k. This is my opinion, but I think it is true. And so yes guys, that will be it for today's update video. Do not forget to follow me on X, subscribe for the channel, and I'll see you again in the next one. Bye.